Collab fam. Welcome back to another episode of the Hobby Collab, Hobby Hangout with Meg and Zach on a Wednesday, which is weird. I'm not usually here.
It's nice to have you here on a Wednesday, Meg.
Yeah, this is like your studio on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, Saray's, really.
Yeah, it's Saray's.
I just am a
here.
thrall to whatever you two want to do. And I just do it. So what are we doing today?
Yeah, what are we doing anyway, guys?
Tell us.
We're doing Lumineth. I'm finally starting this damn army. So here we go. I was working on this at an earlier point in my life, other than this moment. Yeah, and so
Okay.
not all day today. Yeah, I put out a mandrel vote a couple weeks ago. Yeah, a few weeks ago now. I've been gone. And I was like, what do you guys want to see me work on next? Because I knew everyone knew that I was doing NMM for everything. And I was like, I wonder if they want to see me do something else, because that's going to take forever. So had you guys vote, and the fabric ended up winning. So I'm working on the fabric first, and then I'm going to go through and do all the NMM. So this is what I was working on today. I'm going for satiny, like a satiny look. So that was the back. This is the front. And then I did do the NMM like trim. So I'm thinking like non-metallic metal, also like fibers, right?
Yeah.
Not just like the armor, but I want the fibers in the fabric to look like metallic fibers. My armor is actually going to be like cream. That's what I want to do.
You mean like, when you say metallic fibers, you mean like a sheen to them?
Have you never seen like metallic thread?
Yes, I have. And it gives like a sheen. I guess I'm using
maybe
that's not the right word, but
No. But yeah, it's not just like shiny thread. I think, I'm not sure exactly how it's made. I probably should have looked it up. But yeah, like metallic threads, metallic floss, basically, is what I'm imagining. Oh, we're not even on that camera anymore. No. But so I did purple. I did like a very like bluish purple.
Okay, we can go back to it.
Yeah. I have two of these guys. I actually forget what this model is even called. It's like the name of the episode even, and I don't even know.
Well, one of them is a Vasari Lord Regent, and then the other one is a named character.
It's gonna be something else, right?
His name starts with an
same
L.
Model,
I forget
same kit,
it. Yeah.
But different dude or person. So I'm gonna make that more on the red side. Mm-hmm. This is like my proof of concept piece. This is me testing out my colors and like how I want to approach this. I'm not gonna put as much effort into the rest of my army as I put into these guys. I'll tell you that much. Because it's been a lot so far. I mean, it's me figuring things out, so it always takes longer, right? When you're doing that kind of exploration. Here's my rider.
They're also heroes that I think probably
you
have
want them
more
to look nicer.
Well, and they just have more on them. Like the Sentinels and the Wardens aren't going to have this much cloth on them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of a lie. They kind of do, but.
No, I know what you mean. Actually, there's not much cloth on these. This is pretty much it. I have to do this banner still, and this little ribbon up here. That's fine. But this was where I wanted to work in what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
So I think this gives me a pretty good idea. This is going to be a bit more reddish purple, because I want to have some variety in my army. I don't want everything to be very samey.
Yeah. This is definitely a good army to do that on. Not the variety thing that you're saying, the samey thing, but it's a different take. You have inspiration for this.
I do.
Visual kind of colors.
Visual inspiration.
I think you used AI to generate
I did.
These.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. The reason why I'm sorry is because I can't attribute like an actual artist.
This is kind of the best use of AI.
I'm not. Hopefully nobody's losing money over this. There's artists whose work has gone into producing these that they'll never get credit for, which I think sucks. But I was looking for like this look, and I was having a tough time finding it. So anyways, yes, the inspiration is purple.
The color purple.
Purple. Because I want to do purple fabrics, like purple satiny,
like these
fabrics.
lavenders kind of.
Lavender, yeah, like a light magically looking purple. And I want it to waffle between bluish purple and reddish purple, depending on the unit. Or honestly, I don't mind having some variety within the units. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of like that look. Like it's very, that's what I should have put in here. Shoot, now I can't think. Marco, you guys know who I'm talking about. This artist, he does these really magical looking color combos. Why can I not think of the name? You guys know. just tell me in a second, and I'll be so mad at myself that I couldn't remember this. But I thought it would pair really nice with gold NMM. And then also the armor on these things, like the actual armor, I'm going to do cream. I think the animals, I don't have a color yet. I'm kind of leaning like dark to contrast against the light lavenders and stuff. I like blacks and dark browns and things like that. I think would look pretty cool.
Oh, sorry, you got Marco Polo.
It's not Marco Polo Saray. Why can't I? Okay, we'll come up with it at some point.
Marco Polo is famous because he sailed around the world and yelled his first name and waited for China.
And paints in magical colors.
Waited for China to yell his second name. Yeah, to help find it. Okay, well, this is cool.
Thank you, Liberty.
I will say that I'm excited to see how the Lumineth come out. They're
I bet.
They're a pretty cool faction. And they're very different than other factions you've painted before.
Yeah, I'm not used to painting stuff with, I mean, like, these pictures are kind of accurate. Like, that's the amount of trim we're talking about here. You guys are not going to help me, really?
They're a very, like...
I have to go look on my phone?
Your current armies are lend themselves to the variety. This army really, I think this army kind of makes and breaks itself on not having, like... This is the Zach Tau army. This is the Zach Eldar army. This is what you've been fearing your whole life. These guys look great. I mean, they literally called the Shining Company because they all look the same and they march up and they're scary like elves in The Hobbit, right? When or in Lord of the Rings when they all show up, they're like, there's no individuality. They're like.
That's an army I'd never want to paint. Like,
you're painting it, though.
No, I know. And here I am. Right. And I'm choosing the hardest route. But the point is that I want to win Best Painted next, when I play with them eventually. I'm not giving myself a deadline for this army. And I'm going to find this person.
While she looks, she's kind of... maybe I can hand what I'm going to be working on over to you.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
What I will be working on is I also Elves. I'll show you guys what I've been up to. I'm kind of excited. So I have been working on my Aelion King. I'll pass him to Meg first. I'm still kind of figuring out some stuff on the armor myself too. I'm not doing non-metallic metal, but I am kind of trying to go for like a sea-worn but high elf vibe armor on the Aelions. They're the upper nobility class of the Idoneth Deepkin.
That's so nice.
So I'm still working on him. There's still more to go on the base.
Yeah, you got some trim.
I do need to work on the cape a little bit more. The deep mare is mostly done. And the rider needs a little bit more work. There's a few spots I need to block out that aren't armored, although he's like super armored. So I'm working on him. And the other things that'll be happening on his base is lots of sea creatures. That's like what I finished the plants and the coral, and so now I'm moving on to sea creatures. I've got crabs, I've got hermit crabs. GW gives you a bunch, believe it or not. And some of these bits you see on here right now, some of these bits you see on here right now are GW. For example,
that's pretty cool.
The pink coral.
Yeah.
Is GW. The sponge, green sponge in front of it, and the plant in front, and the reddish green plant in front of it are epic basing. Elftober. We're excited for Elftober. So
we kind of skipped Orktober.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing now. Now I'll show you. I'm the other thing I'm working on now are 2 Eidolons of Mathlin. So he comes in 2 styles. I'll first show you guys the one where I'm at. I'm not going to work on today.
Yeah, you're working on water fabric.
Yeah. So today is Eidolon of Mathlin. This is the Eidolon of Mathlin aspect of the sea. This is the wizard. He's a little less beat facey, and he's a wizard. So I just have some airbrush colors down on him. I have his crest kind of done. Not done. I need to put the silver up there on his crown. I need to do his armor. You can see the back kind of graphic I'm going for.
Yeah.
This is...
Anybody watch Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, if you watch Bob's Burgers, there's an episode where Teddy and this other kind of character that's not on it very often, but she's voiced by Lisa Kudrow, mutually together make an inspirational poster. Yeah. It's her photograph, which is this. And then the text is from Teddy, which is today is tomorrow's yesterday.
I was really hoping you'd write the text also.
No, I'm not going to do that.
That'd be so good.
So
do a Bob's Burgers inspired Lumineth. Deepkin army.
So that's him. I'll show you. And so that's aspect of the storm of the sea. He's the wizard guy. What I'm actually going to work on today is the Eidolon of Mathlin aspect of the
Storm of the Century.
Yeah, this guy is
nice.
You
guys have seen the DVD box.
No, it's not Storm of the Century. It's the
not?
Perfect Storm.
The Perfect Storm.
The 2000s George Clooney vehicle, The Perfect Storm. That's what this is based off of. The DVD.
The DVD cover.
The DVD cover and movie poster for A Perfect Storm.
A Perfect Storm.
Starring George Clooney and Brad Pitt, I believe, is in. No, not Brad. Is it Brad Pitt?
I don't know.
Yeah.
One of those guys.
And so I have started to work on his armor as well, but I'm not completely finished his armor.
I love how this is coming in. Fuck. Oh, man. Sorry. Darn.
Yes.
You're going to, totally kick some butt.
Yeah, so I'm just...
at Old Town Throwdown this year. And good thing I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, so...
then you'd be sad.
Still working on... As you can see, there's a lot left to go on this guy. But what I'm doing today is if you flip back around, Meg, you'll see, again, this is the cover art for Mark Wahlberg. Thank you, Liberty. This is the kind of cover. I didn't put the boat in there, but this is, you can see the wave cresting up. This is a storm and the stormy gray sky.
And it's a perfect storm.
Yeah, and he has abilities.
Of the century.
He has abilities that lend himself to being a storm. The other one actually has an ability, the aspect of the sea. This guy with the today's, tomorrow's, yesterday. He has an ability about
they're so cute together.
He has an ability that's like tranquil something, which Deepkin units within 12 can't be affected by negative modifiers to their control score. So today's, tomorrow's, yesterday is perfect. He has like this calming mantra to help Deepkin units keep their control scores up.
Wow.
So that's what I'll be working on, and it's just painting a lot of the white part of the back of, and then I have to do the front too.
You okay there?
I am okay.
All right. Cool. So also worth calling out. So there's my purple. Maybe I'll put it here, and I'll work here because that's easier for me. Hope that's all right for you guys. And we can move this over here maybe. I'm going to be using Cavalry paints. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
It's okay.
Okay.
You guys might know Dan Z.
Mm-hmm.
Zeltron, yeah. In our Discord, he has a paint line, and sent us some, and we're testing them out. You guys are going to learn a little bit more about this paint over the next week or so. And Dan's going to join us next Wednesday to talk about his paint. But this is a sample set from his paint line. And I decided, this is new to us. So to test it out, I'm committing to painting my Lumineth in only Cavalry paints.
Yeah.
So we're going to really test it out.
Yeah, and you're doing non-metallic, so...
I am, yeah. So I don't need metallic paint. He didn't send us any.
Yeah.
Fine, because I don't need it. So I'll be committed to this. The only thing I won't use Cavalry paints for is if I am going to do technical effects, because they don't exist. So, but yeah, this way I'll get to test out all the colors and tell you guys what I think about it as I go. Cool. So... I'm going to get started. Actually, the purple that he gave is very similar to the purple I had wanted. The cape that have done already, excuse me, I added a lot of blue, a little bit more red, a little bit of red to kind of deepen it for the shadows and stuff. And then a little bit of blue for most of what I'm doing here, in the purple. The general purple vibe is just kind of bluer.
Meg, have you seen the 2000 movie A Perfect Storm, starring George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg?
I don't like movies about boats.
Do you want to watch it tomorrow, maybe?
All right.
We can watch it for our movie night.
Sure. Yeah, we started this thing. We're trying to have a life again. We're watching movies all the time. There we go. There we go. He can stay there. I'm also going to take a page. Now it's funny because this one we ordered as part of like an eBay, not really an eBay purchase. Actually, we bought a whole bunch of Lumineth stuff from Broken Chef's friend. If you guys have seen Broken Chef in our chat or in the Discord channel.
Actually, I mean, not that Broken Chef would care about this clarification, but literally wasn't even a friend of his, just a guy in the Boise
somebody he knew.
Discord.
He made the connection for us. And so a lot of stuff came pre-assembled, and I was like, I don't want to paint this like pre-assembled. And now I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I don't want to hold the cape. I want it to all be glued together. But anyways, so here we go. I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, great, very nice.
Shut up and get going.
I'm meanwhile using for the white that I'm using here on to put in like the. Sorry, I'll hold it over here real quick. He has like this. You can see you've seen it before. Some people just don't paint this stuff, but you really need to.
What are you talking about?
The waves, the
Really?
white. Yeah, some people just won't paint it.
What?
It's a lot of work.
That's cray.
And some people are just lazy painters.
It makes it look so sharp.
Yeah, it really does make it look sharp. It's amazing.
When you were done with the like today's, tomorrow's, yesterday, and like the storm of the century, whatever it is, perfect storm. Backdrop, I'll never get it right. I was like, oh, I want to paint those waves.
Yeah, you gotta paint the waves.
I'm like, that's gonna look amazing once those are there. I feel like you have to do that part in that cape.
Yeah, well, I think the cape is, if you're just rushing to get stuff done or whatever, it's a lot of extra work. But it kind of, I think you used the perfect phrase for it earlier today. You said sharp. I guess that's what you said. It sharpens up the image or something. It's weird. It gives your eye like these focal points, and then behind it is kind of an airbrush image essentially, which is fuzzy, right? But it
adds definition.
Yeah, it adds definition. That's what you said. And so the second thing that I'm doing that I think is very helping with that, and Rashawn from our Discord was literally talking with us about this today. I'm using these heavy body acrylics, which are nice because when you use the heavy body acrylics, you can kind of like almost create texture with them by like how many times you go over and how thin the paint is when you go over. And then you can, on these waves, that's the perfect thing because you can kind of like create variation just with one paint, right? With like how much you go over or like how opaque it is and etc. But I'm getting down to the part where it's like all wave, which is kind of interesting.
I kind of feel like I should share my palette. My palette is super loose. Like here's what I went with for the purple guy. I was really just mixing as I went. You would hate this, Zach. But that's kind of how I'm going to treat this army. It's like I've got my 3 colors. I'm going to just sort of mix as I go, and it'll look close enough to each other. I kind of like adding a little bit of like natural variety into stuff.
Lore-wise, worst army to do it with, but I do think it will be cool.
No, I don't care.
I know you don't.
John, our John.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it.
Of course he's gonna like it. Yeah. Definitely the Lumineth are kind of famous
gets to keep
for
this
their
army when we're done with it.
I would just keep. I don't know how many more ways to passive aggressively point out that it is literally the one of 24 factions that is like famous for being. Oh no, Bone Reapers too.
Zach
I think.
always has a problem with the way I paint things.
No, I
like
don't.
Always.
No. This is the. Is this the what do we call it? The Troglodon.
Should we go on mute? Mute. Hold on, so I can yell at Zach really quick.
Troglodon situation all over again.
No, it's not. Listen, Zach. The differences are going to be very subtle. Like,
I don't care, Meg. It's not my army. I'm like giving you a hard time. I'm giving you the business. What's up? What was that sound? Yeah, I'm just giving you the
Paimon.
Oh, okay. I'm just giving you the business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real funny.
What other armies are just super uniform? I think Bone Reapers are another good one. It's kind of an interesting component of an army, though, right? I think that's kind of like a cool thing about destruction armies, is that they're like...
Oh, boy, I love destruction armies, let me tell you.
Destruction armies are really good for like, oh, everything's a little varied, everything's a little, like naturalistic and stuff.
I guess, yeah. I was kind of looking forward to painting Lumineth, not because of the trim. This is like trim armor is not my favorite thing
Yeah.
at all. Like I kind of hate it. So I can imagine this is just a commission paint for John. And it's like, oh, here you go. Yeah, destruction armies. Yeah, you're right. Like they're kind of like natural, like you said, and that's sort of why I'm like, I don't want to paint this. Like. It doesn't seem very expressive to me. Now, Roshan, I know you've found ways to be expressive with it, really good ways. And people do all the time. But for me, I don't know. I am not inspired by looking at the destruction models. Like, this is fun. Like, this is pretty. They're magical. You can play with the colors. There's animals that are cute. So
no,
it's more interesting to me in that sense.
They like, yeah, and of course at the end of the day, I know it's gonna look great, and even if there's variation, it's gonna look good. Yeah, I don't know. Like when you folks at home, what armies do you like want to look at and like want to imagine that like part of what makes them scary and cool is how unified and like. It looks like, holy crap, those guys drilled. Those guys all keep their armor clean the same way. Those guys, you know what I mean? Like how disciplined, right? I guess I think of Lumineth as sort of...
Discipline.
Lumineth are sort of like the ultimate discipline army in... Because your other order army is Seraphon, and they're kind of not. They're like living in the jungle, you know, grabbing... They're all different
lizards.
animals.
I mean, yeah, like lizards don't all look the same.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see.
And the Lumineth are just so armored. Like they're very armored compared to the
I know. What am I doing?
Compared to the
so mad at myself.
I mean, they really are. They're almost exclusively armored.
I'm gonna like these guys that I'm painting are gonna, like I said, be my proof of concept. I'm gonna do the whole 9 yards, right? Like these guys are gonna be done when I'm done with them, but. The rest of the army we need to get on the show. So I'm going to get like 70% there. And that'll be good enough to put on stream. And then I'll keep working on them because I want them to all look very cool and I want to beat your ass at Old Town Throwdown and Dust Painted again.
The annoying thing about having a stream though, actually, folks at home, is...
Taking pictures?
Exactly. It's like, oh, I'm going to get the army 70% there. It's like, well, actually... If it was possible to get the army 100% there, and then the next day it falls back to 50%, that would be acceptable. But the problem is we have to take photography of the army.
All right, so I'm working. Oh, okay, working in my reddish purple now.
Thanks to Izzy the War Master.
Yeah,
Izzy, we don't hear from you very often. Good to hear from you. He has been a lab rat for 7 months, which is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I'm collecting a new army, Hedonites of Slash. What do you got so far, Izzy?
I know. That's the army I want to start collecting next, too, with Saray.
Yeah.
Painting with Saray.
Oh, hey, Devin, good to see you.
Devin!
Devin, we still have your water.
Yay!
We still have your water bottle.
Yeah, we have it. And we also have your shirt. Would you like me to mail it to you? Just DM me.
I'm sure he'll be here sometime soon.
I know, but if he doesn't want to wait, you know.
Yeah, so Izzy, I have to say, it's one of the armies I know very little about. I do know this. I do know that we all kind of thought Hedonites looked like they were in a bad spot. We were like, when they came out.
Oh, yeah, but then they did okay, right?
They're doing pretty good. I think at the end of the day, I think it's just like they have a basic troop that's an archer that has like an 18-inch Izzy, or it might be 12-inch, but you know, when your basic troop is an archer that just can like let out 40 shots at Ren 1, you're probably going to be in a good spot.
Devin, you didn't leave a shirt here. We have a hobby collab shirt for you because, you know.
Yeah, it's a shirt we got you. Yeah.
Oh my God, I painted something fabric that isn't fabric. No, it is fabric. Okay, it is. Sorry, my bad. My bad, Meg.
Devin says, apparently I left clothes there too. I must be in love.
Aw.
But Izzy, good to hear from you. What do you got so far? What kind of build are you doing? Do you have the big guy, Glutos, who's on the Palanquin?
Oh, that guy.
Having a party.
Having a siesta.
He's having a meal. He's having like a 7-course meal.
Oh, that's right.
Each
during the battle.
Each
that
turn.
Sounds like I should talk to this guy.
And here's another guy we know. Good to hear from this guy. We haven't heard from him in a while. Nick Garcia.
Nick at Night.
Nick at Night. Hello.
Oh
Hope
my
everyone is
gosh.
doing well.
Hello. I saw what you were working on.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Lab rat for 14 months. Nick, good to hear from you.
Oh my God. Are you going to be at Teams, Nick?
Yeah. Are you going to be at Teams? I asked Tom. Tom was like, "Hey, what you need to fill out what army you're taking."
Zach's like, "I'm not ready."
And Tom was like, and then I asked Tom, I was like, "Wait, they're painting awards at Teams?" And he was like, "No." Then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna take my Nighthaunt." It was between Nighthaunt and Deepkin, and I was like,
"Oh yeah."
Well, I don't want to. Yeah, I'd rather just,
keep working on them.
Yeah. Wait. So, Saray, you think Cities of Sigmar are cool when they're like super unified looking? I feel like Cities of Sigmar have the ability to mess with it a little bit.
Have fun at Angela's, John.
Yeah. Gluck. Yeah. He only has the Vanguard box of He Knights of Slanesh to start there. It's a good place to start. No 2-day events for Nick for the rest of the year. Oh, bummer. Well, if you get a chance,
he had a new baby. That makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Stay at home.
If you get a chance to swing by, we'd love to see you.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Bring
know.
Bring the baby.
Yeah, it's sort of like, the SoCal guys come from all over SoCal to go to events.
Yeah.
And we're kind of like, oh, it must be like a hop, skip, and a jump, but
it's not
it's
for everybody.
Often
yeah.
not. Some of them come from Ventura.
Especially with the traffic.
The traffic,
man.
that's it. I mean, that's it, right? Like, yeah, I mean, some of them come from Ventura. So, yeah, I mean, like Kyle Norman, a friend of mine, at last Old Town Throwdown was pretty much, I played him in game 3, and he's like, if you beat me, Zach, I'm not coming tomorrow. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, it's a long drive. And I've already lost like my other 2 games.
I hope you let him win then.
No, of course I beat him.
Oh, okay. No, of course I beat him.
No.
He's Nick at Night.
That's, not Nick. It was a different.
Oh, a different dude.
Yeah,
okay.
a different friend of mine. From SoCal. Kyle, he's great.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And he was like, all right, well, cool. He's like, you did me a solid. He's like, I kind of didn't want to come tomorrow anyway.
Oh my gosh, don't tell Tom.
It's a long drive. No, I mean, listen,
I know,
everybody, it's just,
I'm kidding.
Everybody knows. Like, sometimes you started a 2-day event and like, you realize
I know.
Like, I don't really have, dude, for me, 2-day, the chances that I'm going to be cool with a 2-day event are like 90%. The chances I'm going to be cool with a 3-day event plummet to like 20%. Like, after day 1 of a 3-day event, I'm like, cool. Then I go to the 2-day event. And then after day 2, I'm like, cool, I'm dropping. I'm not playing the 3rd day. This is stupid.
All right. So here's the base for the red versus the bluish purple. It's just, I mean, I haven't highlighted or anything.
It's hard to tell right now. But you can kind of see,
tell that it's redder.
It's
just slightly redder.
It looks a little darker.
Yeah, because I haven't highlighted.
Well, that too, I understand. But I'm looking in the darkest areas of the one on the left.
Sure. That's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's where I'm at. All right, now I got to do this guy's cape.
We do have a poll today.
Like all of our polls is very important.
Because it's Elftober, the question is, what are you most wanting? What do you feel like you're only getting from the elves? Baked goods, capes, cloaks, etc., bows and arrows, or signs that say wine time, etc., like little things you put in your kitchen.
Why would that come from an elf?
I mean, why would it come from anybody? Why would anybody? I mean, you ever been to an Amish market? It's like all this really awesome high-end stuff, and then there's like a piece of wood they cut out, and it says like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh my God! Even the Amish are subjected to this nonsense.
Well, I think they
know what sells in Pennsylvania.
The Amish one probably says
Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
It's sundown somewhere.
Yeah. Where am I at?
What would you which one of these are you gonna buy from the elves?
Oh, we're answering the poll now.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering what you think.
Baked goods. I like cookies. It's pretty easy.
But from the elves?
Well, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't use the other things. I'm too practical for this poll.
Okay.
I don't care about elves, actually, at all.
Ugh. All right, well, good. That brings us to our next segment.
Oh, my.
Which is discuss the rankings of elves.
Okay.
So we like to rank things here at the Hobby Collab.
Yeah.
And
ready to get judged.
The way we do this is we go through a list of something. In this case, elves, and we go through. We're gonna go through I think 8 different elves, and we're gonna make a decision on each elf. First, we're gonna chat it, Meg and I, and then we're gonna rank all the different elves.
Yep, as we do.
And we're starting off right away.
The worst elf of them all.
Well, yeah, we're starting off right away.
You guys know how I'm gonna rank this one.
With a doozy from Meg and I, because I know when I talk about Meg, I know I can safely say
you
that.
Talk about me?
I know that we can safely say that we both hate Dobby.
Fuck Dobby.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we absolutely hate Dobby. Now, Meg and I are not the hugest Harry Potter fans.
It's fine.
It's fine. Actually, it's fine, and
That's kind of how I feel about Harry Potter. It's fine.
I really like that there's this IP that people, 8 to 12 years younger than us are like super into.
That's our Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm glad. And it totally stinks that you also have to deal with like weird J.K. Rowling stuff.
Yeah, whatever. She sucks, but
yeah. But it's just annoying. It's annoying.
annoying.
And it at the same time, I do appreciate that it is at the very least forced a generation to look at the concept of the art, versus the artist, and take other things into consideration, like all the people that work on the Harry Potter stuff aren't like that. So it's kind of an interesting...
well, anyways, this is Dobby.
Well, what I'm saying, to not be cut off exactly, is that it presents an interesting thing for people to grow, an interesting place for people to grow, I think. And
yeah,
I like
but I hate Dobby.
I do hate Dobby, yeah.
Dobby can go...
where I was trying to get is, if in some ways of everything J.K. Rowling has done, is anything worse than Dobby, the creation of Dobby?
No, nothing.
And when we watched,
I root for Voldemort.
We hated Dobby so much in the movies.
I root for Voldemort and the guy from The Patriot. What's his name? The guy who like beats up Dobby. Doesn't he kill Dobby or something? Who kills Dobby? Is it him?
Spoilers, by the way.
It's fine. These people have seen this 1,000 times, and if they haven't, that's on them.
Helena Bonham Carter kills Dobby. Good for her.
Helena Bonham Carter
kills Dobby, yeah, which is great.
Okay, I thought it was the guy who owned him. Okay.
That'd be
I don't know his name. I forget.
Anyway, yeah, Dobby. Right off the first of all, like I do want to come back and talk about what it means to be an elf. What are some elf characteristics?
Dobby's annoying. He speaks in the third person. You guys are asking why we don't like Dobby. He speaks in the third person. Look at his dumb, whiny, sad face.
He was wearing a sack.
He gets Harry Potter into trouble. I'm just like, why do I care about this stupid elf? He's just so annoying.
Yeah, and like God, he seems to have no real elf qualities.
When he died, Zach and I were like, yes, finally! Like we like.
Yeah, it was
we
great.
had a little celebration.
Yeah, it was great to watch Dobby get it. All right, so Dobby's going to be rough. I'll just, we're getting him out of the way.
They know where we're putting him.
All right, now it doesn't get much better here. This is, what is this guy's name? What's the character's name?
Oh. It's like, this is from the movie Legend.
It's from the movie Legend. I found the most uncomfortable picture I could find.
And Tim Curry as the devil.
Yeah.
Cool.
His name is Thorn Gump.
I never would have gotten that.
This is Thorn Gump.
Yeah.
From Legend. Legend, a rough movie.
Oh man, I love Legend.
Yeah, but it's
got
story.
Real unicorns in
Remember we watched it again and it was like
it's crazy, yeah.
It's so
this is
bad.
A Ridley Scott vehicle.
The three goblins. Remember like the three goblins? Yeah, Legend is yes. Appleberry, Tom Cruise, yes.
Yeah.
Legend is weird. And Appleberry Gump, not Appleberry, Honeythorn, sorry, Appleberry Gump. Appleberry, sorry. Honeythorn.
Okay, meme incoming, I'm sure.
Yeah. Honeythorn Gump is, I mean, honestly, I think Honeythorn Gump is probably the most competent sidekick.
Yeah, no, he's like good at his job.
Yeah.
And he like is the only one who's like, I need to take charge on this unicorn rescue business because all these other people I hang out with are bozos.
I do think Honeythorn Gump, I will say this, there was some chat earlier about
Honeythorn Gump.
Elves are like, so like the original elf is the Earl, like kind of thing is from
what?
What's his name? It's the author. I just know the leader.
Tolkien?
The leader, Leider, Earl Koenig by Franz Schubert. And elf and like German, Norse folklore, like they're not nice, right? They're little evil.
They're little jerks. So are fairies. Fairies
right,
are
exactly.
jerks. Yeah. Brownies. They're all terrible things.
And so Honeythorn Gump is kind of like this style. He's sort of a little craphead.
He's also huge. Yeah, he's a big elf.
No, he's not. He's a little kid.
I mean, oh yeah, you're right. I'm thinking fairies. Never mind.
Yeah, no, he's
no, he's fine. He's a normal.
Yeah, he's played by a child.
Yes.
He is absolutely disgusting.
Well, what's really weird about this movie is
he's creepy.
these are like
Super
kids
creepy. Yeah.
playing. Well, he's a kid. There's another like very youthful looking woman playing a fairy, but they give them these deep voices. Like the voiceovers are not their voices. And I think that's what's weird about it.
His voice is freaky.
And then there's like a filter or something they put on it too.
If you haven't seen Legend, but you're up for like a what the fuck is going on movie, watch Legend. Yeah, and Honey Thorn Gump is one of the most uncomfortable parts about the movie, and he's in the whole thing.
There is a Meg.
All right, next.
In that movie too.
Next, Elf on the Shelf.
It's fine. I mean, it's sweet because parents play with their kids and stuff. Like, so for those of you who don't know what this is, it's a little tradition where you have this elf, and after you go to bed when you're a kid, your parents like hide it. I think there might be a note or something with it too, and then you find it, and it's like, here it is, the elf moved, and like spying on you. I guess it's kind of creepy, but kind of cute. I
gotta tell you, I fucking hate Elf on the Shelf.
Oh.
I think it is a cesspool of culture. That comes largely from the American
the
moms from the American
Jesus.
Midwest, and I'm just like, this is the dumb. When it first started, I was like, what is this dumb shit? All over my Instagram from women I went to high school with, and I was just like, what are these idiots doing? What is this consumer bullshit that I'm looking at, and why is this funny? What is the idea here? And the more I got to know about it, over time, of course, defriending all these people, stop following their Instagrams every Christmas. And man, I hate this. I hate this more. You and I have already talked about it. I hate this more than almost anything else on this list. I mean, all three of the things on the
I'm sorry.
This has been rough for the elves so far. These are awful elves.
I was like, okay, but the last one, I'm like, okay, I like that elf because that elf knows how to save the unicorns. That's what I care about.
He's an interesting concept,
so
but you want to be...
We're going to discuss this when we get to the actual ranking, yeah.
But would you want to be anywhere near Honey Thorn Gump?
If I'm trying to save a unicorn, I would be.
Come this way.
That's not his voice.
That is his voice. He sounds. Oh my god.
It's weirder than that.
It is weirder than that.
Okay, but no, I thought this was a really sweet little tradition. It's like leaving cookies out for Santa. It's just something fun you do with your kids, and it's not a big deal.
Look at all these winners in chat that
and then
bring me.
I know, and then you have like these you have your sarcastic asshole kid who's probably the youngest child. And you you let them participate. Like, here, you set it up for your brothers and sisters, and it'll be silly and make them do sarcastic things.
They're gonna see legs sticking out of the garbage disposal, and when they
that's
pull it out,
funny.
that's all they're gonna pull up.
But that would be funny too.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate it.
You guys are all dumb.
I hate Elf on a Shelf. I hate Elf on a Shelf. I don't want. When I see Midwestern moms doing Elf on a Shelf with their stupid...
All right, we're doing Elf on a Shelf with Bartok
with their stupid three little boys, all named after cities in Dallas and
cities
Houston.
in Dallas, he says. This is the
three little
guy
boys
who's too smart for Elf on a Shelf.
Here's Dallas and Houston are looking for Elf on a Shelf today. I want to be like, go to hell. You're everything wrong with America. Elf on a Shelf.
Well, we'll debate.
Okay, speaking of elf, these are all elves.
This is a great elf.
Not a real elf, though, technically.
No, but he was raised by elves.
Raised by elves.
So he's an adopted elf. There's nothing wrong with being adopted, Zach. Do you have a problem with being adopted?
I don't. I like this elf a lot. He's not a true elf, but this is my favorite elf so far on the list.
Yeah, he's great. Will Ferrell's elf is like my favorite Will Ferrell.
And he does pick up some elf abilities because he like wrecks in that snowball fight, right? Like that's presumably a winter elf ability as they get really good at snowball fights, and all the things he does pick up from the elves. This is one of the like, I mean, it is hard. They talk about the "All I Want for Christmas Is You" song by Mariah Carey, and they talk about how hard it is to just kind of come in and like get into the holiday
Christmas
lexicon,
culture,
right? And I think Elf is a movie that has done this in the past. What? It's almost 20 years old now.
Would you guys like Elf? D-. There we go.
Yeah.
You can let it all out for Elf on a Shelf. I still think Elf on a Shelf is a cute idea. I like doing weird shit like that with kids. It's fun.
I just think there could be cooler things.
You could do all kinds of things. Like, why stop at Elf on a Shelf? Okay, we're back to Elf on a Shelf. We'll get back to it. Okay, sorry.
We recently had a guest on the channel.
Nobody likes Elf on a Shelf.
We recently had a guest.
Kate, where's Kate? I need Kate.
We recently had a guest on the channel who was asked to name something that he was going to play on stream, and he combined one of the words from the name of his team with the other word for his name on the team, and said, "That's that for my creative output." And I have been railing on him ever since. I am annoyed because I'm like, wow, someone...
Oh my God, you're talking about poor KK.
I'm talking about KK in shorts.
KK, come in here and defend yourself.
So
you're fine.
when moms are like, oh, elf and shelf rhymes. Oh,
that's not...
I'm just so like...
Let's move on. We're not talking about Elf on a Shelf.
We did move on.
All right, we're talking about this elf, or
Yeah.
we're not. So we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, but the chat is going back to Elf on a Shelf.
Chat. All right. We're talking about our segment.
Zach, fuck chat. Only go on a boat. Right, Liberty Fires. You're yeah, exactly. It's
no, but that we're gonna get to this.
Somehow it's cool when Dr. Seuss does it, but anybody else, it's like, okay, here we go. Legolas.
Yeah, he's great.
This is young Orlando Bloom, but old Legolas. Cat with a bat.
Guys, stop looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat.
All seeing eye up high is my favorite. Soups. Okay, so this is old Legolas when he debulks. If you watch,
he debulks.
He debulks.
He gets younger. Yeah, he gets older and looks younger.
Yeah.
He
If
debulks.
you've
Seen The Hobbit.
Yeah.
You'd know this.
When you watch The Hobbit, Orlando Bloom looks fine. You don't think anything of it. And then when you go back and you watch this, you're like, oh, he's like a little kid.
He looks like a baby.
He was like a surfer Australian kid. He didn't hit the gym yet at this point, really, right? He was just like, he's like so jacked in The Hobbit. He's been like working out. It's like, it's really interesting.
I like Legolas.
I love Legolas.
He's good with a bow. He's helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
like useful and stuff.
He does have the emotional spectrum of a rock.
That's fine. I mean, he's an elf. I don't know.
And
elves are busy like getting shit done.
He's a Mary Sue for sure.
Whatever. I don't mind that.
But
not in Lord of the Rings. I don't mind.
Yeah, but he's cool. He gives us a lot of cool action scenes. He's prominent in the barrel scene in The Hobbit, I think most importantly.
Everyone's favorite scene.
The best action scene from both trilogies is
scene
for sure the barrel
across
scene.
all 6 movies.
It is.
And the show.
Yeah, he skateboards on a shield.
Yep.
He skateboards down
A+,
down an
Legolas.
elephant trunk.
Also, he has your favorite color hair.
He's got good hair. He's got good jawline.
Oh yeah, excellent.
He's just a good-looking dude. It's Orlando Bloom. Look at him.
Hard
He's
to
just
beat.
dog on a log.
Anyone who doesn't like him is having some
defies gravity. Yeah,
problems.
he like remember when he was running up the falling down bridge?
Oh sure, of course I remember.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick Madman out of here.
You know, I didn't have
If everything's that's gone on in chat, I'm gonna boot Madman.
Yeah,
somebody boot Mad. No, don't.
No, you're fine. We've been doing
There's
this
been a
all
lot of
day,
that
and
going around today. Okay, Legolas.
We don't mean it.
Legolas. Moving on.
All right.
Okay, here's a real piece of shit elf, who is.
What? No, he's giving me my baked goods.
Yeah, but he's a shill.
C.
He's a shill for American overconsumption, mass market consumerism.
He's just a guy who makes cookies and then gives them to you.
No, he doesn't just make cookies
Look
and
at
give
that.
them to you.
Liberty says A+.
First of all, yeah, slave driver. Yeah, slave driver. Low income, like probably
God,
union
you guys.
busting. Frickin' elf.
Probably. That's not fair. You can't say probably.
This guy hates you. Keebler, this guy hates unions. Yeah, this guy.
He's a freaking elf. He's friendly. He helps make the cookies.
No, not anymore. No, he's corporate. He's full blown corporate.
You're just making that up. That's not in the commercials.
Yeah. They don't show you the honest part of the commercials where he's driving his Bugatti and has 4 houses.
Oh Oh my god. This
Yeah.
is such a... I wasn't expecting us to hate all these elves so
There's
much.
some bad elves out there.
Are there any, like, Warhammer elves or no?
I skipped all the Warhammer
Okay,
elves. Yeah.
okay.
I
Those are all,
wanted to go.
pluses.
I wanted to go for like top tier pop culture elves.
Pop culture. Got it.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think that. Okay, not technically an elf, and in fact, actually a real person. But
Then
Bjork,
why-
but Bjork
Oh.
is sort of, I think, might be, if there is
So-
a real elf on the planet, it is probably Bjork.
So I like Bjork.
Me too.
But I'm going to give her a D for elf because she's not a freaking elf. She's a person.
Okay, guys, if one real world human
It
being
doesn't
was an
matter.
elf,
It would be Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell? Will
He
Ferrell?
plays an
He
elf.
plays an elf in a movie, but he's not actually a Nordic fae spirit.
All right. Well,
This is
I love Bjork.
me too.
What's your favorite Bjork song?
Well, I like the one that, oh my god. So there's two that I like. I don't know the name of either.
Oh.
The one where it's like swing, it like busts out into
yeah,
swing
yeah.
out of nowhere is pretty cool. And of course the one from the second Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, you're right.
It's super
yeah,
dope.
Yeah. Her Lord of the
Super dope.
Rings piece is really nice. But I also like Army of Me.
Yeah, Bjork's great.
She's like, I'm
super
not
cool.
putting up with your shit.
She's been around forever, just like an elf. Just like the elves, she's been around forever. Just like the elves, she dresses weird. And she has that kind of like, just like an elf, she has that like uncanny valley look to her that's not, that makes you
like,
like...
she doesn't look human.
She doesn't quite look human, right? And then you're like, yeah, she doesn't... Yes, Anya Taylor-Joy's another one. Soups. Yeah, I agree. They don't quite look human, but it's okay. It's not like in a way that makes you nervous. It makes you feel comfortable. Like they're leading you into the woods. Bjork would totally lead you into the woods. With her song and her dance and her...
I think Tilda Swinton is way more likely to be an elf.
No, Tilda Swinton is creepy, I think.
Like a creepy elf.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So-
Well,
so
Bjork.
Bjork, okay.
I'm not... All right.
Last but not least is this guy.
Aw.
I forget his real name.
He's a misfit.
Hermes, and he's trying to be a dentist.
Yeah.
This guy
What a
would probably
loser.
know Will Ferrell's character. In fact, I think to some degree Will
Yeah, it
Ferrell's...
seems like neither of them belong.
They're from the same universe, just
Oh, that's right.
handled
There is
by
that like claymation scene in Elf that
Right.
looks like this.
the whole beginning, I think, right? Is it the beginning?
Well, there's also a scene where where he like because it's like the intro. It's like
Yeah.
there's this guy and he's
Yeah.
from this place and now he's traveling and then he travels through like a land that looks like this.
Oh, the Always Sunny version? Have we seen the Always Sunny version? Actually,
Nobody likes Herman. Is it Hermes? I forget.
It's
It's not Hermes.
It's Hermes. It is. It's like
Hermes?
Hermes.
Or do they call him Hermes? I don't know.
something.
Herm. We'll call him Herm.
Listen.
Listen, guys.
I know how to pivot
Zach's
to.
pulling the listen card.
I know how to pivot to my audience. I will give you this, and we
not
don't.
pivoting.
We don't. This is
Stay
a,
true.
This is a British word that we don't toss around here a
we don't
lot.
know.
He is an annoying little twat for sure. Like he is annoying the entire
Is he?
time.
No.
But he is sweet.
He's a misfit. Everyone's a jerk to him. Like he's just trying to cope. My goodness.
Honestly, like the Misfits. Most
Oh
of them.
my! I realized I just missed like a whole piece of cloak on this original one. I hate that.
Well,
All
good
right,
thing you're
I'll
using
get back to it
custom
later.
mixed colors.
It is. It's fine. Like they're all here. I
Yeah.
can color match. I've got my.
Good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
If you're using just normal paint right out of the bottle, like Bear Cavalry
listen,
is
for
provided.
people who know how to color mix, it's not a problem.
I know.
Hermie.
Wow.
Okay, it is Hermie.
Hermie.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hermie is
my
trying to
God,
become a
Soups.
dentist.
It's a kids movie, you guys. It's just a guy. Like that's not the message. God, Soups doesn't understand this movie. The guy wants to be a dentist, but he's forced to be an elf.
Uh-huh.
The message is go be who you want to be.
Well, elf is
just
a-
like Rudolph. He has a weird nose.
Elf
and
is
everyone's
a
giving
race.
him shit for it.
Elf is a race, though.
Yes, but they want him to make toys.
Toys.
Like they want him to make toys because he's an elf.
Right.
Soup's just oh my god.
Remember-
I just can't with these people.
Remember fellow nerds in the 90s, in the early 90s, that like read D&D on the heels of Hero Quest? There was this D&D. Well, Hero Quest did this too. Where they were like, elf is a class and a race. And so like,
Yeah,
that was kind of funny. We've brought this up before because dwarves get the same treatment. Okay, so we've seen our 8 elves. And boy, I picked a list that has people fuming.
No.
I don't know that anyone.
Somebody boot Soups. No.
he can boot himself. Soups, you should consider banning yourself. Soups, time yourself out for no, please don't. Please, actually don't.
10 seconds.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not go be who you want to be as long as you're It's just go be who you want to be. He wants to be a dentist. If he wanted to be nothing, that would still be the same message. I want to go be nothing.
We're gonna come back
This
to.
guy. Don't talk to Soups anymore.
We're gonna come back to chatting. We're gonna come back and rank these.
Yeah. We'll get back to it.
Before we do, I do want to. Okay. I thought I missed a super chat. I didn't. Okay, good.
Just click the boot.
I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's find a good comment.
Yeah, thanks for all the good comments.
Saray, you hate the dentist elf? Is that who you're freaking out over? Okay. So what's that?
Close that. It's in my way. Thank you. No, just click it. Do you know how to close it? All right, you got it. All right, there we go. Get that off of the screen.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so here we go. I have a question for you, Meg. When you think of an elf, what is an elf? Like, there we go. When you think of an elf, what do you think of as an elf? Like, what's your elf archetype? Where does
drooling.
Where does your idea of an elf come from? For me, in all seriousness, just to bring it back home for a minute, folks. To get we've had some fun here today, but I'd like to be serious for a minute and talk about what is an elf? What does it mean to be an elf? So I would say
you have pointy ears.
That's a physical feature. I think they're defined by so much more than their physical features. So for me, as a kid who started playing D&D, played Hero Quest, played Magic the Gathering, elves
I'm not even painting.
Elves are all over Magic the Gathering. Elves are all over Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
They're always green cards, almost always. I think my guess is there might be some some elves with red, or capable of doing stuff with red.
What are you saying?
What is an elf to you? Like, what defines an elf? What are some elf traits?
An elf is a harbinger of Christmas, so I hate it.
But even as somebody who's part of a Warhammer channel, you think mostly of elves as a Christmas component?
No, because it's elf. That's different.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's a whole nother topic we chose not to go into today. We're going to say an elf and an elf are the same.
Okay.
Just like, I don't know. Yeah.
My makeup's everywhere.
GW may be able to skirt the IP courts of the real world, but they cannot skirt the IP courts of our hearts and souls. So an elf is the same thing as an elf.
Okay, elves need to be magical.
Magic often involved, okay.
Need to be magical. I feel like they need to be good at whatever it is that they do.
Okay.
They're usually good at what they do.
Yeah.
Whether that's making cookies or shooting a bow and doing the barrel scene or...
Okay.
I don't know, the other things that they do. Making toys.
Kind of like Germans.
Yeah, they're German in origin, kind of, aren't they? It's like a German thing. It makes sense.
Okay.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Is it German? I don't know. German's like, wasn't it like a big mess before it became Germany? It was all over the place.
Yeah. Not sure exactly
Germans
if that.
Are magical.
Not sure.
Listen, I'm not good at this.
Not sure if that has anything to do with. Not sure.
I mean, it makes sense why I would connect like, oh, they're good at what they do. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a German?
No, I mean, I'm the one that said that, and I kind of was joking, but also.
Oh, okay.
I mean, also
in
general, Americans were like ironically, the two countries who fought in World War II, we have feelings that German and Japan are like very good at the things they do, right? Like that's whether it's a
that may not be true.
Whether
You guys
it's
might suck.
it's one of those positive stereotypes. They can still be
That's fair.
hurtful.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Germans, you're bad at things. Germans, we know you can be bad at things if you
too.
want.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What else makes an elf? Okay, pointy ears, and they're good at doing things, whatever it is that they're assigned to.
Okay.
And I feel like magic needs to be involved.
Yeah.
And are they short? No, I don't necessarily think of them as short.
Different IPs have definitely played
Yeah.
around with that a little bit. In D&D, they were shorter than humans, but not by much.
Yeah, you're right. No beards. Elves don't have
No
beards.
facial hair ever, really. Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Balls. Snow White is from Germany. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those are dwarves, but what makes okay, so that's what makes an elf to you. So I agree. I think all those are pretty good. Yeah, oftentimes they're good. As far as nerd stuff goes, they're often characterized by being fast, being good at magic, being good with whatever kind of weapon they're using. They have a gracefulness to them, but they're often kind of also characterized as being fragile. Certainly, those are where rules lie for elves, both in Warhammer world, GW world, and D&D world. I think probably even Magic the Gathering. Elves are fragile and also rare. Oftentimes, they're less common or something like that. That doesn't typically manifest in games like Warhammer, because if people are going to play elves and your whole meta is elves or Eldar, then they don't feel rare anymore. But that one's kind of hard to enforce. I mean, Custodes, there's supposed to be like 100 of them, and you go to a tournament and, there's 100 of them on one column of the table.
Oh,
so
they're not women either, right?
well, they are now.
I'm kidding.
Anyway.
Fuck anyone who cares about that.
Yeah.
So say it out loud.
Right. So agree. Definitely agree. So I think.
City dwelling elf. I mean elf, right? Will Ferrell when he moves back to the city.
Yeah. I mean,
or that movie Bright.
God, that movie.
All kinds of.
I think Bright should always be recused from being used in any conversation about fantasy worlds or races or anything, right? There's no dwarves in Bright. Did you ever think about that?
No, I didn't think that much about Bright at all.
No, it was really bad.
To be honest with you.
In a long list of horrible movies he's been in, I think Will Smith can put Bright at the top. What do you think? Worst Will Smith movie?
Worse? The worst Will Smith movie.
Worst Will Smith.
No. What about everyone hated this movie.
Oh, the one with him and his kid?
No.
Going back to Earth?
I thought that. Oh, that one, and then also the superhero movie with Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Thank you. Nobody liked that.
Madman is trying to get kicked out today. I swear.
I know.
So okay, should we rank the elves?
Sure.
It's gonna be rough for the elves.
For who? Oh.
For the elves, it's gonna be rough.
Although Elf on a Shelf needs a little justice hashtag. I don't understand the hate, but let's do it.
Okay, so.
Do you know how?
Do I know how to do? I do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up our ranking view here.
Yeah.
And in doing so, we reveal the traditional ranking system, and we reveal 8 elves that await judgment. Now, I think that a little bit of criteria here. I think we should say, let's acknowledge that all 8 of these are elves.
Sure.
True elves, all 8.
Oh yeah, Wild Wild West.
Okay. I liked Wild Wild West.
I haven't seen it. I just know everyone hates it.
I didn't include Drit's Tactile Son because I don't think Meg knows who that is. So
Who's Dritz? Yeah.
He's a dark elf that was featured prominently in early Dungeons and Dragons lore, stories and stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks, Zach.
Okay.
For not othering me.
Yeah.
By choosing it.
Let's start with Legolas.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's an elf. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Suresh, you want to help out for ranking? I would appreciate that. Turns out he's an elf. A.
He doesn't annoy me. He's good at what he does, which is shooting a bow and arrow and skateboarding on anything he wants and running. He can run forever. Barrel scene.
Barrel scene.
Yeah, and he's
Elephant scene.
Yep, the elephant scene. Yep. He's in the coolest action shots, and is he magical? I mean, he's inherently magical. He doesn't cast spells or anything, but we've all seen him move. Like, there's obviously magic involved.
Question, why is an ES for you?
I don't know. Because he's, like, stoic. Kind of boring.
Kind of boring, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's
All right,
fine.
A
But,
tier?
like, I'm giving him A tier. I think he's a good elf. I don't
like
understand
it.
the problem with him.
I like him in A tier. I think it's a good place to start.
I didn't understand that.
Let's go on to Dobby. And I think D for
D,
Dobby.
get him out of
Fucking
here.
D
Don't
for
even
Dobby.
rank him. Just leave him.
Just leave him down here?
Yeah, he's F.
All right,
next.
Yeah, I like not even ranking Dobby. All right, Dobby, if there was a worse ranking,
We would give
we'd
it to
put him
him.
there. Yeah. All right, next is Honey Thorn Gump.
So, Thorn Gump is, like, weird and kind of gross, but he saves the unicorns. I'm sorry. He saves the unicorns. Like, he's at least B tier. And he's, like, covered in glitter, and he's magical, and, like, yeah, good at putting up with his shitty friends.
I can't put Honeythorn Gump in B tier. It's
No, I'm just saying.
you watch that show, you watch that
amazing.
movie, and the movie sucks. The
It
plot,
does
the
not.
plot,
This is
the
we're
movie.
starting incorrectly.
The
The movie
movie-
does not suck.
The movie has a lot of suck.
Ew.
Do you guys know a movie that's like kind of fun to watch and kind of cool, but also it just has a lot of like
Ew.
has a lot of suck. I think that's how I describe Legend. Legend,
You know what? You told me you liked Legend.
like I'm saying right now, I think there's a lot going on in Legend that I do like, but Legend just also for lack of a better
Thank you, Madman.
for
Don't
lack
kick Madman out. He can stay. He can stay.
for lack of a better way of phrasing it, Legend is just full.
Yes, the soundtrack is so good. Tactile Sun. Have you ever
There's
watched...
two soundtracks.
Have you ever watched... I'm like, hold
just
on a second.
paint all over.
No, I'm sorry. This is a hobby stream. I'm sorry, you mad at me?
No,
Yeah,
I just
okay,
have to
great.
erase it real fast.
Sorry. Have you ever seen the director's cut of Legend, Tactile Sun? Because they took away this, like they changed the Tangerine Dream soundtrack into a Jerry Goldsmith soundtrack. Not as good. Not even close.
Both
It's like,
are-
I don't even want to watch the director's cut version because the music is so bleh.
Both god awful in their own ways.
All right, but I'm giving him a B because I think he's creepy and weird and a kid, and I don't like the voiceover. But I think he's a good elf because he's good at what he does.
I would probably
And
give
he
him
saves the
D. I'd probably give him
unicorns.
D. So let's drop him in C.
He saves.
Okay.
Fine.
Here we've got Hermes, the dentist elf.
Oh, he's sweet.
Yeah,
But
what,
he is bad at being an elf, so he should probably be in D.
D. Okay, I
Because
was
he's bad at being an elf.
I was gonna give him a B because I don't mind him. Although he is just like, oh my god, you just want to slap him the whole.
I don't. I like him. He's friends with Rudolph. They're misfits. It's very
Let's
sweet.
put him C. Let's put him C. What do you think C?
I mean, I wanted.
You want him to be higher?
But that's okay.
But he is
C
bad
is
at being
fine.
an elf.
Sorry. I wanted him D. Yeah.
You wanted him D.
I wanted him D
okay,
because he's bad at being an elf.
I think C.
You said okay. That's fine. That's fine.
All right. What about this? Dick Cheney.
Keebler?
Yeah.
I mean, he's fine. He makes cookies. Makes dumb cookies.
This guy.
Devin, what?
This guy would have authorized the invasion of Iraq if it meant.
What are you talking about?
If it meant his cookies, if it meant Keebler's stock prices went up, don't you think?
No, I don't.
What's the best Keebler cookie? That one that's just the sandwich?
Probably. It like has the elves on it.
It has him on it. Yeah.
I think it has the other ones too.
There's other. Oh, there were. Hey, by the way,
There's a bunch of elves.
here's
yeah.
a quick question.
How did you not know?
Here's a
this?
quick question for everybody.
Oh,
Are Snap, Crackle, and Pop elves?
Yes.
They are?
Yes, they're all elves. We missed out.
I bet Snap, Crackle, and Pop are like. I bet this Keebler elf.
Fudge stripes.
I bet this Keebler elf sends Snap, Crackle, and Pop to unions to like bust them up, and like I bet they're like the goon elves for Keebler.
I don't understand this narrative you're selling where these like food elves that are just lame capitalist shills are like union busting. They're just doing their job. They're just doing their job. Unfortunately,
Hey, guys.
it's being
How many times have we heard that?
capitalist shills.
How many times have we heard that one? It's not personal. It's just business.
Yeah. That's them, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's
anyway,
them.
I don't have strong opinions, so where do you want to put it?
D.
That's fine. He's kind of dumb looking too.
Wait, oh wait, wow, that worked. That's weird.
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, it worked because I had... Interesting, okay. Never mind. Nothing. Moving on. Yeah, don't worry about what that was.
Bye, Liberty. Sorry.
All right. Elf. They're Elf from Will Ferrell.
He's good at being an elf, and he's not even an elf.
Yeah.
S. Give him an S.
You think S?
Because the movie's also really good. Like, this is probably Will Ferrell's best movie.
What? No. What? Talladega
We'll say
Nights?
best...
Talladega Nights are stepbrothers also, right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, but it's like one of the best Christmas movies out there.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Oh my God. Somebody is mad at me. Riot. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. There's also other good movies with Will Ferrell. But Elf is like...
Snap, crackle, and pop your bones. That's why they call them that, because they're freaking goons.
Yeah. Get 'em, boys.
Get 'em, boys. It'd be a shame if
Trying to crackle your bones.
someone dumped your orange juice into your cereal bowl.
Soaked all your cookies in it, too.
All right. I don't know that in good conscience I can give him an S, but...
Okay, give him an A.
You think A?
I think at least A.
Okay, I also think A.
I think at least an A+.
Yeah, I think he's a high A. We move him in front of Legolas. He's a lot more interesting than Legolas, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Legolas would absolutely beat his ass in a fight.
Oh,
but
sure. He's not a fighting elf.
I think Legolas wins most of these fights, except for maybe against the next one, Bjork.
Bjork's not an elf. Give her a D.
I'm gonna
I
say
love
S.
you, Bjork, but you're not an elf. I don't know why you're on this list.
I'm saying S. You're saying D.
I'm saying D.
That puts
So
her in the
right
middle.
in the
B for
B
Bjork.
category.
B for Bjork. Okay,
Yes.
last but not least is Elf on a Shelf.
Aw.
And
I like Elf on a Shelf. I'm giving
Elf
it A.
You're giving it A. I'm giving
it
it D. We'll do
Listen.
a quick 1, 2, 3 shoot. If you win, it goes to B. If I win, it goes to C.
Oh my God, hold on.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Yeah, scissors, of course. 1, 2, 3, scissors again. Yes. You always throw scissors twice in a row. That's how you win.
What? That's stupid.
Everybody knows that. Okay, so C. So and then Dobby, of course, we leave off.
Yeah, he's F.
Get your screenshot now. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Dobby has been left off. In fact, I want to see if I can actually delete.
There's
Can
no
I just
S tier elf.
Is there a way to delete
No,
Dobby
he's
from
stuck.
from here?
No.
Okay.
He's here now.
Okay. This is it. This is our
This is
rankings.
it.
No S tier elves.
You cannot argue with this.
If one was S tier, I think probably Will Ferrell.
I mean, I tried. You tried to make Bjork S tier elf?
Bjork's the best one.
She's not an elf. Put me on this list. Yeah, I'm S tier.
You're not an. You're definitely not an elf. All right. Well.
Yeah, neither is. All right.
Guys,
The point I'm trying to make.
if you were gonna be like, can anyone say in chat right now, and feel comfortable that Bjork is definitely not an elf?
Me. Elves aren't real.
You can't. You can only say it in the context of like fighting with me, having an argument with me. You want to be right, so you're going to say it. But the point is, you can't actually say for real that Bjork is not an elf.
Thank you, Soups. You're back. You're allowed back in chat.
All right. So let's see. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun for sure. How are you doing?
How am I doing?
Painting.
I'm annoyed at this ranking. Oh, painting?
Nobody's happy at that ranking.
Yeah, Liberty almost left.
Liberty
always almost leaves.
Liberty does not like our rankings. There's always one that
never
really.
does, yeah.
There's always one thing in the rankings that really sets them
Liberty's
off.
usually wrong, though.
But this time, I can't believe it was the Keebler thing. Like
I was surprised that he liked Keebler so much too.
I'm gonna do like we got accused the other day on a gaming stream. It was actually Saray who did this, but we got accused of being West Coast elites. I'm gonna go out and.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't even you.
It wasn't even me
and
or
I was,
you, if you can believe.
Blaming you in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
if I'm just gonna go ahead and lean into that though and say like I in general we don't eat, well, you and Saray do, but I don't eat store-bought cookies.
Oh,
you guys like cookies more than me.
Oh, we do, Zach.
But like I can't imagine ever
best cookies are
actively choosing a
store-bought
Keebler
cookies.
Elf cookie
No, I wouldn't do that.
over like
Not
first of
anymore.
all
Not
others.
when there's Loft House available.
Oh God. No, actually, I would prefer the Keebler Elves
Really?
over Loft
To
House.
Loft
Yes, yuck. It's a little sandwich cookie.
Yeah.
It's like shortbread with a little chocolate
I mean,
cream,
if I was
right?
gonna get a sandwich cookie, I would get
Vienna.
Milano cookies.
Oh yeah, I actually like the Vienna ones. What are they called? They're just like vanilla.
Okay.
Those are pretty good.
Oh my god. I just want to keep talking about terrible elves. How is our poll doing?
Oh
is our
yeah, we'll
poll
close
again?
our poll at. Let's close the poll pretty soon here. Bows and arrows are winning, which makes sense.
Devin is not happy that I eat store-bought cookies. Why, Devin? I don't have time to make my own cookies. I mean, I like homemade cookies too. Don't get me wrong. I like cookies. Like, just leave a box of cookies here and I'll finish it. But please don't, because I'll finish it.
Yeah. She will.
I will. I can't keep snacks around me. It's terrible.
The other day, she made me at night. There was a box of Loft House cookies.
Here we go. This isn't true.
Oh no, actually, you didn't make me do it. I volunteered
didn't
to do
make
it.
you
I was
do
trying to be nice, and Meg was like, "Oh man, I want to go get a cookie," and we were going to bed at night, and then
No, it was pizza. I was eating.
no, it was a
okay.
Loft House cookie.
Oh, you're right.
We were in bed, and you were like, "Oh, I really want a
God, I
cookie,"
want
and
a
I'm like, "Do
cookie.
you really want a cookie? You just take a minute and decide if you want a cookie," because it's just nice to we both do this for each other, right? And then Meg was like, "Well, I need a glass of water." I was like, "I'm gonna get your water because
No,
if you go."
I said, no. I said, please go get me my water because if I go out there, I will get a cookie. I need you to go get my water.
Oh,
for
okay,
me.
I don't remember how it went down. Okay.
And you were like, if you get a cookie tonight,
Oh,
after
you're right.
I get your water,
Because
I'm
I
gonna
was
be
like,
really
I was in
mad at
bed.
you.
I wasn't like up
He was, like,
anyway.
comfortable and
I was in
wrapped up.
bed comfortable, and I had
I'm
to
like,
like,
don't let me eat a cookie.
I had to get up out of bed to go get her a glass of water because otherwise she would eat a cookie.
I have no self-control. So should we put Keebler back in A tier?
No.
Oh, okay. Freedom unit. Oh, okay. This is some weird. Oh, I don't prefer them over homemade. It's just that I don't have time to make them. I would definitely prefer to have some homemade cookies, but I don't do that. Listen, I don't do that.
Meg, follow-up question.
Okay.
Changes topic. So not a follow-up question.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. Let's stop right there for a minute. That's a good question.
What?
Can a follow-up question change the topic?
Why not? I don't care. Yeah.
Follow-up to the follow-up. We haven't had a chance to really hear from you in a content manner about your thoughts Monday's members only game. You played my Beast Claw Raiders.
Oh, okay.
And you did talk a little bit about how you felt playing that army on stream Monday, but we always wrap up pretty quick, right?
Yes.
So how did you, and we've talked in Hobby Hang to some people, but tell us, how did you feel?
Tell us, the viewers.
Tell us, Ogtober.
I like that.
Tell people who came here for Ogtober.
Yeah, that's my army now. Zach does not own it anymore. It belongs to me, which means I'm going to repaint it. I'm going to strip it.
Yeah,
repaint it.
Not doing that, but you're welcome to play whatever you want.
Yeah, no, it's totally my play style. It was like, I keep saying, oh, I didn't have to think. And like, I didn't have to think because it's like, well, I did. I overthought the very first, movement by not putting my Mournfang Riders out, and it kind of screwed me. But that's fine. But in general, I was just like, cool, go get it. Like, that's what I want to do. And then sorry.
That's okay.
They
Gonna wait for you to stop making different bullet point comments and.
They hit really hard when they do hit, which is nice.
You haven't had a unit like that until you had the Croxagores.
Croxagores, and I was like, ugh, I just want Croxagores. Why do I have any of these other things? And that's kind of what this army is. It's like all Croxagores.
Oops, all Croxagores.
Yeah, no wards to think about. no like crits to think about really. There's very little like random shit to remember.
It's stats.
And they're all their stats are 4 and 2. And I'm like, I mean, for the most part.
Mostly 4 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I think I did forget that 2 of them are 15 and not 14. Maybe I'm just thinking that now. But anyways.
Oh, the frost swords had an extra
maybe
wound.
Yeah. I don't
matters.
think that's true. Yeah, no, I would have died anyway. But other than that, like, no, I liked it. It's my army. You don't get to play it anymore.
Well,
I get to play it.
I probably honestly would be fine with that if.
And I'm gonna also get a Gargant army one day. Mm-hmm. It's not a big. Zach sent a survey out yesterday. Nobody gives a shit about Gargants except Roshan. So we'll see when that happens.
We did. Actually, I want to mention that real quick. We did. In our Discord. There is a survey, and I would appreciate it. It's in the announcements. I would appreciate it if you went to our Discord. If you're in the Discord already, please, and if you're not, join the Discord. And go to the announcements and please do answer in the survey. I promise that the information, it's honest. We're just trying to figure out. I literally ask people what's like your favorite AOS army, whether it's the one you play, the one you would want to play if you started AOS. Maybe you don't currently play AOS. The one I have 2 or 3 favorite armies. It's so hard for me to pick one. I'm in that boat. For sure, I'm in that boat. I picked Daughters. I did answer my own poll, and I picked Daughters. But think about it. Like, what is really if you're having a hard time, think of it like this. What if you had to get rid of all your other armies except for one? Which one would you keep? That's the best way you can think of it. It's a little bit of a sad thing to think about. But if you're having a hard time answering just one, which one army would you keep? Okay, so think of it like that. But please do answer the poll. Go into the announcements. The poll's there. It's super easy. It's a Google form, but it's just one question. You click, you answer, done. That's it. Speaking of polls,
yeah, and nobody wanted Gargants, but when we eventually get a Gargant army, I will play it on stream.
I'm going to close the poll here in a second. Take another second or two to vote, and then we're going to discuss the results, which I will actually take a quick little screen capture of. We have kind of a little program running that messes our polls up a little bit. It's kind of weird. I just wanted to bring that up so you knew I was going to do it, because otherwise I know you're going to help me out by being like, remember, we're going to lose the poll. Okay, so here we go. Ready? I'm going to hit end poll.
I don't like being blamed for things.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm saying I wanted to get ahead of us.
Having a fight on stream.
No. I wanted to get ahead of us. I wanted you to feel like it was taken care of.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
That's kind of the goal. Okay, here we go. So we have a clear winner, but not really. Actually, we sort of have a clear loser. And then other than that, it's here. Oh, sorry, Meg, I'll put it over here where we can.
Signs that say wine time. Yeah, that's definitely a loser.
Yeah.
Bows and arrows. No, I'd buy baked goods because I wouldn't use those other things. Like I said, too practical for this poll. Nobody wants a sign that says wine time.
Wine, no, yeah.
Well, a few people do, I guess.
Yeah, baked goods. That is what you can.
See, Madman gets it. Don't kick Madman out. He gets me.
He's right about this. That currently, what we are capable as a society of buying from the elves are, if corporate mascots are to be believed, cookies.
I mean, we have archery ranges near us.
But not manned by elves.
No, but if an elf was selling those things, you could buy them and go use them at a nearby, at our range, if you're into that kind of thing. The thing is that I'm not really, maybe a little bit. It's fun. I've done it before, but I wouldn't buy it because I wouldn't use it. A cape, a cloak, I'm not going to use a cape or a cloak.
Sorry,
a blanket.
I was just saying, we can't buy bows and arrows from the elves currently. It's not a thing we can actually do.
You can't buy anything from an elf because elves aren't real.
Well, you can buy cookies from elves.
They're not real. We're not working this is all hypothetical. You're working in
Keebler elves.
Listen, I'm not Saray. I don't know what you two bozos do while I'm not on the stream, but I don't do this. They're not real. So I don't buy any of these things from Elves.
Yeah, you're not Saray, I can tell, because there's white paint all over my model.
Listen.
Where it doesn't belong.
It's not Saray's fault either.
No, I know. That's why. Because the table's not getting whacked.
All right.
When Saray is here.
Whacked later.
Okay, well, Meg, have you forgotten he thinks Bjork is a real elf?
I know. What a weirdo.
Yeah. Very fascinating. Can we check in and honestly see how we're both doing on our painting? What do you think, Meg?
Sure.
Good time for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost 6. It's almost time for fan stuff.
It is almost time for fan stuff. And we have a lot of fan stuff today. And we always have great fan stuff. You know, I say that. But I was thinking specifically today, there's one thing that's kind of cool and a little different.
Do you want to?
Yes, let's take a look
You
here.
asked me to do it and then you.
There we go.
Yeah, see, so one's a little more red.
Yeah.
The new one, right? Yeah, it's getting there.
It looks great.
Great.
Yeah, they look
Somebody
great.
said Tony the Tiger earlier. This guy's, I'm still working on his cape. It does not look great. I'm like laying in colors, but yeah. So there we are so far. Yeah.
Meg, who's your favorite serial spokesman?
I don't think that exists.
Oh, like the
I
cartoon
know what
characters.
you're talking about. I mean,
Oh, you don't have one? Like the Tricks Rabbit, Lucky Charms, Leprechaun, Tony the Tiger.
No, I don't care. Maybe Tony the Tiger because he's a tiger and tigers are cute.
Imagine if your answers to what is your favorite, the response is I don't care. Oh yeah, Count Chocula. Remember in The Simpsons when
I feel bad for the Tricks Rabbit too. I get really upset. Like, why are these kids being such dicks?
Captain. Yeah. Captain Crunch did some stolen valor stuff.
Oh my god.
He's not a real captain, that's for sure. Also, I feel like Tony the Tiger probably would, if any of them are going to be
Saray
implicated.
is like, Meg sucks at this.
You know.
All these hypothetical weird questions.
If any of them would have been implicated during the Me Too movement, it would have been Tony the Tiger.
What?
Don't
Why?
you think? I could just see it.
No, I don't think that.
I think he'd spit.
I think he was. A tiger.
I've heard he was hard to work with.
All right.
And I heard he was a little palsy.
Zach and Saray shit.
A little palsy with the ladies. Mine is the
a little palsy. That's so cute.
Mine is the cuckoo bird for Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
No.
He's just absolutely insane. He's clearly a Woody Woodpecker ripoff. You know, the Tricks Rabbit, the thing about the Tricks Rabbit is at the end of the day, the Tricks Rabbit doesn't have what it takes to get the tricks. And so he doesn't deserve them. It's hard to empathize with the guy because you...
It's not. You just need empathy.
No, you do have empathy, but at some point over the years, the Tricks Rabbit needs to be able to get the tricks on his own, right? These are only kids keeping the tricks from him.
Aren't they like tying him up and stealing his shoes?
He's a 6 foot tall rabbit. I mean, he should be able to get the tricks. Whereas
talk about victim blaming here.
I know, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Like,
There we go. See? Yeah.
I personally think that the cuckoo bird from Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is pretty great.
I don't care about the mascots in cereal. That's the problem. I'm like, what's my favorite cereal? That's what I care about. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I wish I had prepared a graphic. I wish I had prepared a graphic where I could press it. It says, next week, Zach and Saray rank the different cereals.
I wish I could just, I guess it's the little chefs that make Cinnamon Toast Crunch because that's my favorite crappy cereal.
The little chefs that make Cinnamon Toast.
You've never seen this? This is a thing. They're like, there used to be like 3 of them. There used to be 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah. What was I doing anyway? Okay.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot. is...
That'll be us next week.
Oh,
Me
no,
and
wait, the
Saray.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot is... Okay, Chef
Now
Wendell.
it is the thing that it eats, that we eat.
Now it's
but-
just it. Now it's just Cinnamon Toast Crunch is
Like,
transcended.
eat me.
It's transcended. It's just become its own mascot. It's just... What is the mascot for Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
The cereal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, that must have been a crazy fucking corporate board meeting.
Whoa.
Imagine that. Whoa, guys, hear me out. The new mascot for Cinnamon Toast Crunch
cereal
is
itself.
a Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal piece. Oh my god.
Apple Jacks guy? I don't remember the Apple Jacks guy at all. I didn't even know there was an app. Wait. Oh.
There's an Applejack guy?
Yes. Look it up.
Is he problematic?
I don't know. I don't know if it's problematic, but I didn't think it looked human.
Oh, the Jamaican cinnamon stick guy.
I don't. Wait, is this new?
This is what? Yeah, this is new. There's only
It's
3D.
new.
This
okay.
is. Yeah.
Is there an old
I've seen him.
Applejack's character? You guys are so good at writing stories. Our Discord has this horror thing going on right now. If you guys aren't in our Discord, you probably are because it's Wednesday. Everyone here is, part of the family. But yeah, Ted the mod, Kirkanos, is running like a horror challenge, and people are writing the craziest stories. If you haven't checked it out, you guys should. It's not too late to participate if you would like to. But yeah, we're all like, we've given our best and worst traits for surviving a horror scenario, and it's really funny. And like, people have written like big long stories. Did you see this short story that Vino wrote?
No.
He wrote a
I
short
didn't.
story about the last horror challenge.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I was about to ask chat who's the most problematic.
Oh boy. Let's...
Who's been the most problematic? And then I saw a picture of Captain Crunch and remembered Saray's stolen Valor comment about Captain Crunch. But I think there's clarification somewhere on Captain Crunch's lore where he never claimed to be in the military. I think he never was supposed to be a military captain. There's a story about him.
Okay. I mean, he's just a cereal guy.
What is everyone's take on Sugar Bear?
Oh, Sugar Bear.
And then what about Sugar
I know
Bear?
you like Sugar Bear.
I do like Sugar Bear.
What about Fruity Pebbles? That's just like Fred Flintstone. And
That's very.
and the Dino.
Yeah, that's pretty problematic.
Why?
Fred Flintstone?
Why is that problematic?
I
Do you
don't
like chocolatey Pebbles better or Fruity
I'm not the
Pebbles?
biggest fan of either of those.
Oh, that was a cereal I really liked as a kid.
Yeah.
I've gotten it since, and I'm like, it's fun, but it turns to mush like immediately.
Right. That's my issue. That's my issue with it. And it's not really good to eat dry either.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. What's everybody's take on the different monster guys? The Count Chocula. Remember that there's this episode in The Simpsons that's great where Mr. Burns is trying to take care of himself and he goes to the grocery store and Krusty's there and he happens to be buying a box of Krusty-O's cereal. And so then...
Sugar Bear is doing this?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Krusty the Clown.
Krusty is buying...
Yeah, buys a box of Krusty-O's
Krusty-O's,
cereal, which
okay.
is not a real cereal,
yeah.
right? But in the Simpsons world.
Right.
And then Mr. Burns is like, well, Mr. Burns realizes he takes from this that you buy cereal that looks like you. So he looks at all the other cereals and buys Count Chocula.
Okay.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't have my Simpsons lore memorized. Like most things, I don't remember.
Maybe next week, Serena, I'll do a full ranking.
No, it's me and Saray next week. We're doing cavalry paints.
Oh,
We're
cool.
doing cavalry. So I'm going to have Lumineth cavalry next week.
Oh, fun.
And I don't know if I'll be... I might be doing fabric again or something else. I might just be working on the horses. I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll see.
Favorite... yeah, well, for a segment, though, maybe you guys can rank the cereal.
We can do that.
Maybe you could take the week and learn a damn thing or two about different cereal mascots.
So that when Saray gets here, it's not just me being like, I don't know, I don't care.
Yeah.
Saray, what do you think?
Yeah, here's the ranking. Okay, Meg, what do you think? I don't know.
I don't
care. Oh, should we have maybe done a different segment then?
Nah. Nah, let chat deal with it.
Nah, this is fine. I just don't care.
Chat gets what they get.
Next week, you guys can do horses. Favorite horses.
No thanks. That'd be weird.
Quick Draw McGraw.
We could actually make a poll out of that.
What do you think about Quick Draw? What's the top tier
If
ranking?
you had to choose Coke with Sugar Bear or crack with Hermes.
I mean,
Coke, right? Isn't
Coke.
it the safer
I think
one?
Coke is less scary.
Yeah.
And I think
don't know.
I think
Isn't it the same?
Sugar Bear.
It's not the same, right?
I feel
don't
like
know
Sugar Bear
enough
would be
about
more in
drugs.
control of the situation, and I think I would like that. I don't know that I want to be doing hard drugs with Hermes.
Okay, but to be fair, Hermes didn't actually do any drugs.
Well, neither did Sugar Bear.
Wow, Soups, get out of here. Rude.
All right, who are some favorite horses? Oh, aren't there two horses?
My friend Flicka, Mr. Ed.
No one knows
The
the first
Black
one.
Stallion.
No one knows a lot of these. Mr. Ed people know. Quick Draw
People
McGraw.
know the Black Stallion. Spirit. The Mustang. What is his name? He apparently has a name from Lord of the Rings. Aragorn's horse. What's his name?
Shadowfax.
That's not Aragorn's.
Oh, that's King. Shadowfax is king of the
King of
horses.
the horses. He hangs out with Gandalf.
Yeah,
Jeez
I'm the king of the
Louise.
horses. What is?
Okay, no.
Here I
What
am.
is Bob? His horse is Bob. That's what it is. Okay, right? Or
It is Bob. You're right. We were like.
we were like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, we
and
thought
they were
that.
like, "Yes, you're supposed to be a nerd. You're supposed to know this."
Yeah, that's right. It is Bob, and he says it.
Does he say it in the movie?
Yes.
He does?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot. All right, well, Bob's up there.
I think. I
Shadowfax.
can't remember when he says it, but there's a scene where he says it.
I don't know. What are some other good horses?
Well,
Never-ending Story. What is that horse's name? He sinks in the quicksand.
yeah.
Little Sebastian. Bill, not Bob. Thank you, Bill. Okay.
Bill, Little Sebastian, if you're a Parks and Rec fan. There's Jericho for my Bob's Burgers fans.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
Tina's imaginary horse, played by Paul Rudd. You're not imaginary. I'm not imaginary. You're imaginary. Jericho, don't say that. It really messed me up last time. Okay, listen, I am going to step out to the bathroom real quick.
What? You're going to leave me alone in here with these people?
And then when we go back, we'll do fan stuff.
Oh, my God. What am I going to talk about? You know I'm terrible at this.
Crowd control, crowd play.
You know I'm terrible at being a host on a hobby stream.
A little crowd play. You got this.
Oh God, leave it off of mute. Let's all hear what's going on.
I'm gonna mute. I'm just gonna step out to blow my nose real quick.
Oh, that's it? I can handle 10 seconds.
That's it. Am I muted?
Yep, you're muted. Yep. Hey guys, cool. So how are you? I guess. Zach, get back here. Rough tier list. Rank the Bob's Burgers characters. Why? That's not hard. Luis is top tier. Bob's top tier. Linda's top tier. Tina's top tier. I don't think Jean is top tier though. Teddy. Is Teddy top tier? No. Teddy annoys me. Teddy gets on my nerves a lot. He's like C tier.
Oh my gosh, it is like 15 degrees.
It's pretty warm in here, I know.
Cooler.
Why do you guys think I don't wear clothes on the stream? Yeah, we're ranking Bob's Burgers characters very quickly. I said I thought Teddy is like C tier.
Yeah, Teddy's annoying.
Yeah. And I love Linda. Okay, what's her friend's name? Gretchen. Gretchen is funny, but also terrible. Like, I would not want to hang out with Gretchen at all, ever. Okay, I'm starting to put in a little bit of texture. I did this on the other one, and then I went in with some washes. Yeah, I kind of wanted to show some fibers. I don't know if you can actually see it.
What's up? Oh, yeah, we're already there. Oh, this looks so good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I might do washes with a little bit of blue to sort of Because I don't want them... Well, actually, I don't care. I like how they're like... That's how different they are. I kind of like that. I know Zach doesn't.
I don't. However,
I do.
I'm sure that when the rest of it's done and...
Because I'm also going to have another one that's like another color that's like could be more blue than this, and I want to go more pink. It's like I want to have the
You want to
squads
get that,
be a little bit mixed, like a tiny bit.
you want to get that bought off eBay look.
That's really rude.
Bought off eBay and then matched. That's what our Stormcast is like. But we got rid of all the stuff that was bought off eBay.
Yep.
Meg, I'm just giving you the business. Like I said, I think well, the other thing I have to ask is, will all the elements be varied or just the cloth? Like, I'm imagining animals will be, but do you think like the armor will be consistent?
Armor will be consistent.
I think as long
But
as
I
there's like
think,
one thing to tie together, then I think it'll work.
It's gonna work. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I mean, I did this for my Seraphon.
I think
like,
that yes.
I did it within my.
Oh well, yeah. Your Seraphon had the armor was all consistent.
I did it even. Yeah. That's fine, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
My Saurus guard, my Saurus warriors / guard, whatever I decide to use them as, they have variety within themselves.
No, those look great.
I kind of Okay, Zach hates it. I
don't hate it.
I'm gonna strip
I'm
these.
just being sorry.
and-
I'll stop with that. I'll stop with that line of
It's fine.
of gag.
No, you should. You should keep going because I'll just prove you wrong and you're going to eat your words. But no, I wanted them to like, that's fair. It's fair to call out. I wanted them to go between like blue and reddish purple in varying degrees. And you're right, I'm not really making that happen yet. So I need to go into this one and add more blue, like maybe into the recesses, and over here, like maybe add some red to the highlights or something, just to kind of keep them.
In all seriousness,
related.
I know they're gonna look amazing, and it is always.
I don't think you believe that.
I do, and it is always hard to. Saray and I have talked about this. Both of us are not the biggest fans of work in progress pictures. We don't necessarily like sharing our vision until it's complete, because of exactly what I'm doing to you right now. Mm-hmm. So I really will wait for. I will trust the process. I mean, okay. I do trust the process. If I'm honest.
No. Give me shit. It's fine. It's your thing.
No. How's fan stuff? We gotta do fan stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, I gotta say I'm getting. It's weird, like the nature of the waves change when you get down deeper on the model's cloaks. Mm-hmm. And it starts to look like I should just paint everything white. But I'm not sure that is what I should do because I think that's starting to look kind of weird. So I have to think this through a little bit more. I guess I need to see what other people have done. Because I'm not sure that actually looks best.
All right, well, let's take a look at fan stuff.
Yeah, I'm just getting to a good stopping point here.
No, I'm just giving you the business.
Here, okay. Interesting.
That's interesting.
This guy, how he's coming out, how it gets, there starts to be a lot of color down towards the bottom, or a lot of the wave effect. I guess I'll just paint it darker, like we were talking about. Okay, cool. Fan stuff. Here we go.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, we have actually a lot of fan stuff this time around.
Yeah, you guys did a lot in the past few days because we just did this on Sunday.
I kind of also went out of my way
Here's soups. Yeah, I painted something white.
Yeah, and I went out of my way to find anytime that somebody had done some good cloth, since that's what you're doing, Meg, fabric. And I thought that this was an amazing cape.
It's pretty. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, nice white and really nice cape.
Yeah.
This is an apothecary, or I think, right?
You're
yeah.
asking the wrong person. I do
No, I'm asking them. And
this little symbol right here. It like reminds me of the RN.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
He's an apothecary. He's like the medic.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
an RN. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. This was Zelton.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Look
is
at these colors.
really nice. Really.
It's like someone was asking me today. I think it was Chris. What my favorite color was. I said green. This type of green is also part of that. I like lime green, and I really, really, really like this kind of
This like
teal
turquoise.
green.
Yeah.
Really pretty. Really pops.
Yeah, definitely. I thought that this looked really good. He's been doing cool basing too.
Yeah, I love it.
Keep up the work, Zelton. Really nice.
Keep up the work.
Keep up the good work. Okay, this was on.
Persuasion.
Yeah, On has been dipping into hobby
Hooray.
hangs and hanging out with us a little bit. I talked to him a bit today. Looks great. He's currently working on. He was showing me where he's working on today.
This little guy in the
More tanks, little tiny tanks for.
Yes.
Yeah. But this looks great. I love the color palette. This is the Vostroyan color palette, apparently, which he brought those up. I was like, oh man, I haven't heard that in a long time. They were kind of an old. Games Workshop used to have like these. They had like a Russian kind of army. That was a type of Imperial Guard. They had like a kind of like an Arab type army, like an Ottoman type army. They used to have some different. No, like the Empire. They had kind of like different themed infantry models, and kind of lore behind them back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Really nice work. I like the like just the brown on the tank is great.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Okay, now there's two pictures of this.
Spirecraft.
Yeah, there's.
Oh my gosh, I love how this came out.
There are two pictures. The other picture is the front of the model.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I wanted to feature cloth and
Right.
fabric today, so I grabbed this one.
But
Sorry, I will say that the other picture
there's
is
nothing wrong with
probably better.
we want people to go into our Discord and take a look.
So take a look in the Discord.
So do
that's
that.
It. Yeah.
But I thought this came out super nice. I really like how the colors are like very warm, and then it's against this green base. It really stands out a lot, and it looks like he had fun with like color shifts and things like that.
It looks amazing.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's great. Good to see you, Spirecraft. I feel like it's been a minute.
Oh, this is a Simpsons rhino.
Oh my god, this is so fun.
Yeah.
Also, it's like hobby collab colors.
I know. Who was this? I can't remember.
They've got our number.
Was this Bacon Golem?
I don't know. You have the list right there.
I know. Oh, it's Captain Mushface.
Mushface.
Which is a new name to the
love
Discord.
that.
Good to hear from you. Welcome. And yeah, it's
super
the
funny.
Simpsons rhino
Yeah.
was like the theme. Yeah, it's
Has Zelnasty seen this? I feel like Zelnasty would love this.
I love it. It's a chaos rhino. Chaos rhinos are funny. They're just like normal rhinos, but with spikes.
But with chaos.
Yeah, which means spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice work. I love the like weird camouflage pattern you have created.
It's super cool. Yeah, that looks like you had fun.
Okay, this is from Bacon Golem. This is a.
Okay.
This
Look
is
at this
a.
little guy.
Yeah, it's a space dwarf, League of
I was
Votan.
gonna say. He looks a little squat.
The paint job looks great. I gotta say, I'm not loving. This is not your work, Bacon Golem. I love the metallic that you did here. You don't actually see that very often for Votan. I'm not loving like the faces and heads that they give these
Oh,
guys.
no? Why
yeah,
not?
I don't know. There's something.
Don't know.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I like when they're helmeted more.
Oh.
But people like to take a squad leader and differentiate them without a helmet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. I love this metallic stuff that they have going on. A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. I'm excited to see more of this army. Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see what.
Now, is that a blue base, or is that something that he's just
I
got
think
it
that's
on
something he's just got it
okay.
on. I'm excited to see how he does like a land fortress, which is like their big tanks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, moving on. Oh, this was.
This is Broken Chef.
Broken Chef, yeah, painting
He's
some
doing
corn. Painting some
I like
corn.
so what I like about this is that it's not just red. I'm used to them just being red. You just look out and see red, but he's got this like bright green tongue. He's got blue on the sword, blue on the belt. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Mixing up the colors a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I like his base. I like the dusting. Mm-hmm. Snow dusting can be kind of hard to do. and that looks good.
Yeah.
Good work, chef, as always. Okay, here's something I thought was kind of cool. So
what is going on here?
Yeah, so this was Thunder.
Thunder, yeah.
And Thunder is DMing and made a map for his campaign, which I think is very cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I have to say.
What software did he use? Like, did he just draw this? Like.
No, I think there's software that they use. But I do have to say that when I was a kid, I used to love drawing these like fictional maps of like places. I never was the DM, but my friend who was our DM would just let me draw the maps, and then like they would always come with some reason why my character like knew the map, kind of like had it memorized or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. Because he didn't like drawing maps. I didn't really want to DM, but I liked drawing the maps and putting all the little mountains and forests and cities in. Yeah, they have so many apps for it nowadays, which is very cool.
Guys, should we have a D&D channel in our Discord? Let us know. It was like we had a vote a long time ago. Like, what is your favorite game? And
it won, I think.
It won. Yeah. It was, and then we didn't add a channel for it, and I don't know why. Would you guys like a dedicated space to talk about D&D? Let us know. Yeah, but this is super cool. Cool to see this sort of thing. Very cool. Like building the characters, building the world, I think is probably the most fun part about D&D. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Very cool. We have this. Okay, so Jupiter.
Oh my gosh, more crazy.
Jupiter posts like a million things. Jupiter just did like a humongous photo dump for the week. This was, I thought, the coolest picture. Like, this was the most stark, kind of like bright picture. This is a sassy nerdling on top of the tank.
Yeah, how cute.
All kinds of bizarre colors. I love the teeth mark going on in the. I love the teeth mark going on in the on the tank, gun. Yeah. So just, I don't know, super cool. But again, once again, go to our Discord. He posted a million things. It's kind of hard to pick one.
Check them all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meg, look, another chaos rhino, just like a normal rhino, but with spikes. This isn't a rhino. Sorry, this is, I think, called a predator.
It's like a tank.
It's definitely a tank. I think
it's a tank.
It's a tank.
I'm pretty sure it's a tank.
Okay, Boris has been cranking these dudes out.
Yeah.
This
Look
guy,
how beautiful this
looks
is.
very good.
What a nice, clean paint job.
Is this
sisters? Blood? Okay.
Yeah,
like it's
I
red,
know.
So is it bloody?
It does kind of look.
What do you think?
I mean, it's a good thing when you see a red Imperial force and you're like thinking it's. I mean, it means that the design team does a good job of connecting what Imperials look like. And Blood Angels and Sisters have a extremely similar high Baroque. They're probably the two of the highest Baroque influenced armies, right, in their design. You don't see. I mean, Ultramarines can have, for example. Sorry, Meg. Ultramarines can have, for example, Blade Guard, which are a little more Baroque-y. But I feel like normally when we see blue Space Marines, they look more plain, and they're not quite. They don't have all this Baroque stuff that we get when we see Sisters or Sanguinary Guard or something like that. So, looks incredible. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Soups got to play Boris last week. Soups went and played a couple, I think, of people. Right, Soups?
Sorry about your units, dude.
Yeah, Soups actually won.
Soups bullied.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
JK.
No, I don't know. Soups always says he never wins, but that's great. That's cool that you got to meet him, actually, Soups. Awesome work on the paint.
Yeah, nice job, Boris. Thanks for sharing.
Here's a perennial favorite of ours.
Cody. Hi, Cody.
Painting his Kingdom Death. This one finally finished. I shouldn't say finally because it only takes the guy about a week. And in the meantime, he'd started somebody else. Cody, that tank. Did you finish the tank and I just missed it? I keep waiting for that tank to be finished. No rush. I'm just, I'm used to him finishing stuff so quickly. So, looks amazing.
She's pretty, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
I love the pink hair. Oh, the boots. Look at the weathering on the boots.
The boots are cool. Yeah,
I just caught that.
Little, like, marks.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, good work.
So nice. Nice job on the face, too. This is, Dan.
This is Dan.
Yeah, Dan bought this. It's just like Kickstarter. It's like Blood Bowl, but it's hockey.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why Liberty hasn't been talking about this.
He brought it up. This is, and this werewolf guy has like this face paint.
Yeah, I like that.
That's like a Jersey Devil face paint. that I don't really know hockey stuff, but I just know David Puddy on Seinfeld.
Right,
there
right,
in the
right.
in the his first. He's in all of season 9, and
God,
they
I love Puddy.
brought him back because he was on one episode in like season
Everyone
3,
loved him.
and the cast loved him. The whole crew, the directors, Larry David loved him. Everybody loved him, and was like, we want to work with this guy again. Anyway, Dan has painted this guy to have this Jersey's Devils kind of face. Listen, Meg, you were talking about how sometimes one that won't come through. The one that didn't come through, sadly, was the other one we...
Oh, I deleted it. We only do one per person.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
I chose this one.
Okay. Yeah, I had another picture because Dan is
Blame Meg.
Dan is a hockey fan. Yeah, I wanted to show a different picture also.
I liked this one because it was in focus.
This one's better
Go
picture.
check it out in the Discord. It's like actually on a little like a hockey rink.
It's not.
Like,
it
looks like a hockey rink.
It's a real hockey rink because his kids play.
Right.
He's involved in hockey league
but it's not
stuff.
like he built it for the model. Anyway, the point is, it's super cool, but the face was blurry, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's not the best picture, but I like that Dan went out on a hockey rink and took a picture of his model.
It looks great. Like, it's a good picture from far because of the blurriness, but I like the concept a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Hockey
cool.
miniatures game.
I know.
I mean, there's just going to be more and more miniatures games for everything all the time.
All the time. Thank you guys
and that's
for everything, for submitting everything. And it's always fun to look and see what you guys are doing. It's hard to stay on top of everything now. We're growing. We're so big. We're so big.
Yeah, we're like the channel's like gotten to be a really big deal.
We're like such a big deal here. Except we forgot to say this at the start. We're trying to get to 69K, guys.
We're trying to get to all kinds of numbers.
No,
but of
just
course,
69K.
That's where we'll stop.
That's where if we get to that, we're good.
Yeah, as I mentioned the other week.
I can't believe YouTube doesn't have a special 69K.
Yeah, they're all, we're just here.
We're tech people. Very serious.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
we don't joke around about that.
Yeah, the company that's whose logo looks like they let a 6-year-old boy design it draws the line.
Has to get
69.
personal with these attacks. Somebody out there worked very hard on that logo. I'm kidding.
Yeah, the founders of Google were like, oh, what if it was the color of my toy fire truck?
Wasn't that to help it be like relatable? I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, there's a reason for it.
Yes.
We have a challenge.
We have a monthly
Speaking of our
challenge to
Discord,
wrap
which
things
is great.
up today. Last but not least,
we have another cool. Well, all of our mods are cool, but we have another very cool mod, Soups, who you guys probably know.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know, because I wanted to. And Soups is just leave me alone. Soups is running this challenge, and he's in charge of the prize, which is to paint part of a Castle and Crow mini. Hence, Castle and Crow is crowing for it. Crow is the hashtag to enter. Just throw it into any of our channels in our Discord, whatever it is you're working on and you want to submit to the contest.
A picture of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know what else you're going to
submit.
That
was obvious. I just wanted to make it clear.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. I love when we do this together. At the end of every month, we'll vote on a winner, and you get a call out on Discord. You get to tell Soups how to paint your 1/12 of the mini, and we'll send you a physical prize. It is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then at the end of the year, one person wins the whole thing. Yeah,
there's a theme every month, and this month's theme is spooky because it is October.
Yeah, of course.
So post your spooky painted miniature and do the hashtag for crowing for it, as Meg mentioned, in our Discord. We send a physical prize out. It's a good one, I promise. It's a doozy. It'll change your life.
It's a doozy.
It'll change your life.
Hobby life.
It'll change your hobby life, if I'm honest.
Gosh.
I like Madman's idea. The first good idea Madman's had.
Oh my God, no, Madman! He's been on my side.
Golf miniatures game. Everyone just stands around for 6 hours and then goes home.
I love it. All right, well, submit something spooky to our Discord, and good luck.
Meg, where are you? And we're gonna go soon here.
Oh, you're right. We have like 3 minutes. Okay, where did I get to? So, I mean, I got to a pretty good spot. Here's the cape. Here's where I'm at with the cape.
Any parting words of wisdom on how you got to look so good?
I know you didn't really show a lot of my process. So that's okay, because we'll do it later after I've had time to think it through. What did I do? So first I laid down the base coat. With this one, I was more like wet into wet.
Okay.
But for this guy, I started with the base coat, which was the blue. I mixed in some more red. The purple that I mixed in more red to. And then valued it up in my paint scheme. Here, you can check it out. So I valued it up to get the highlights. I laid down like big flat areas. You can see it better on the back here, right? Because I haven't done the texture at all yet. So I laid out the flat areas and then added blue to the other side, and that became like a little more blue and red, and that became my shadows.
Okay.
You can kind of see in there, yeah. And then I started with the 00 brush, getting the texture, just laying in some bits of texture for the fabric last. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
This was this thing, we were looking at samples of kind of this earlier today in Hobby Hang, and Godforge user were showing, I think it was El Miniaturista, and just adding like a glaze over top of this, a fluorescent glaze. And if you look at what Meg's done, yeah, it would really, you could just do that, right? Not that you need to.
Oh, I'm going to add in some washes. I did add in some washes originally to this, and then I went over it again with pulling out some of those texture highlights.
I was going to ask, did you wash the highest areas?
I did, and then I picked out more of the texture,
with
yeah.
Then you went back with the paint. And
right.
Okay.
I went back with the paint.
Yeah, I think that helps it look more like smooth
unified.
transitions.
Yeah. It's sort of, I didn't feel like pulling out the airbrush. So it's sort of like me, I need to wash.
Oh, I think I would not
want.
want. Yeah,
I
get it.
Feel like it.
Yeah, I kind of get it on that one. Meanwhile, I have more painting to do on this guy. I can kind of just hold him up here.
I can pull it over here.
Well, it's fine because all I really did, I started to get down to this area where it's more all water. So it's kind of interesting up here where the white is up against the gray and the other white from the storm and the aqua and stuff. I probably will do a little bit of washing around it, especially around the borders. But once you get down here more, it's just going to be turning all white. And so I want this water to be a little darker. I want his water to be more gray, have a little more gray. And so I kind of picked out a color to do like washing around carefully in recesses and stuff. And then this guy's water will probably honestly look a little bit more like this does currently. It'll be a little more brighter, maybe a little aqua washing as opposed to grays. So that's the idea for these two. I'm very excited about both of them. Okay, Meg, should we say bye?
Oh. No.
We have mandrills who we always roll the mandrill names. We super appreciate all the support from the mandrills. We appreciate support from all members and from non-members as well. Join our Discord. We super promise that you will like it in there.
We promise. Don't promise anything.
It's a good hub. It's got just the right amount of wholesomeness mixed with a little bit of jabbing at each other in friendly, fun ways. Right? I would say that's fair to say.
Nobody jabs unless
it's in goofing
fun.
Off together, goofing
off, yeah.
Just like giving each other the business and such.
Much like what you see here.
Yeah, it's a great place to go hang out. I think we did it. Meg,
I should stop.
Yeah, do you want to take us out?
I can. I don't want to. I want to keep painting and hanging out, but I will.
Oh. Okay.
Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. And always be creating.
Bye everybody.